Steve, the Lakers are 6-2 right now. They are coming off of a win against the Portland Trailblazers in which no LeBron James, no Luka Dončić, no Austin Reaves. They sweep both ends of the back-to-back. Big win over the Miami Heat, who've also been rolling, Beat this Portland defense. We're going to talk a little bit about them a little bit later, but I'm impressed with their decisiveness in the half court. They have been picking teams apart. Like, naturally, a lot of that has been when Austin Reaves was hooping, when Luka Dončić was hooping, and that is still the case. I mean, anytime you can average 40, actually, we can just pause and talk about Luka very quickly. What are we witnessing from Luka Dončić?
Nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. This guy, when he plays, is losing his mind every single night.
And, like, this isn't, like, the numbers themselves are new. He's averaging darn near a 40-point triple-double. I don't think that part is going to sustain. But Luka Dončić being in command offensively isn't necessarily a new bit for him. Like, this has just kind of been Luka since he stepped into the league. This is why he is a prominent figure in MVP conversations pretty much every year that he's healthy. But this just feels a little different. His command inside the arc has absolutely popped for me so far this year, Steve. Anytime he gets a defender on his side or on his hip, it's just kind of cooked. And I think the Lakers have also done a good job. Sometimes it's a 5-out alignment with their spacing. Sometimes it's flat spacing. Sometimes it looks like it's going to be 5-out, and you get a wing cut. And now as Luka is driving, he can just get to the free throw line kind of unimpeded. And because he's playing at his own pace and he has this strength, he has this frame, he can get to some of these fakes and things like that. Now he's just making everything in the mid-range area, which my mathy brain is like, ooh, these are a lot of mid-range shots for the Lakers, not a lot of shots at the rim for the Lakers. It does not matter if Luka Dončić is performing to this degree. As of recording, 18 of 22 on floater range shots so far. And per, I think, Genius IQ now, no longer second spectrum, they have him at 12 of 15 on floaters specifically. It is nonsensical what he's doing. And then you get into the playmaking on top of that. So I've just enjoyed what he's brought to this offense. We talked about Austin Reaves last week, so I'm not going to hang there too long. But this Lakers group, getting it done right now, Steve.
Well, I mean, to the Luka point of it all, this is what he does. This is the theory of what he does as far as I can take whatever scheme you want to do. If you want to put 2 on the ball, you want to be in a drop, that helps with the floaters. You want to switch, I can attack matchups, I can make plays, I can open things up. And so that gives the Lakers that base in the half court. I think the biggest thing for me with the Lakers, I know people are shocked that they got the win over the Blazers. One of the toughest type of games to win is when the top guys are out. Like, always remember that. This is my PSA for everyone. That it's not an easy deal. The game plan gets thrown out the window. You need to get the buy-in again from your team. Short-handed teams have a lot of opportunity for guys who have been waiting to play and to go out and show what they can do. And boy, did they. Salute to Nick Smith Jr. Got a lot of contributions. I think you got to point a lot to what JJ Redick has done with this team. You know, he threw out the 3 C's in the preseason: championship shape, championship communication, championship habits. And so we could talk about the high level play of Luka has had. We could talk about the growth of Austin Reaves. We could talk about the return of LeBron James that's coming. The Lakers being able to kind of do the little things early on in this season is something that can really pay off for them. And so you put yourself in a position to be closer towards the top of the Western Conference. Now it's the West. So, I mean, you have a bad couple days and who knows where you end up. But
yeah,
you see the belief and the buy-in. I think that's what that win means. You know, JJ Redick's postgame saying his belief level in this group is as high as it's ever been. That's huge. And if you're a guy who played in that game, Nick Smith Jr., I understand when my opportunity and my number's called, I can go ahead and get it done. Bronny James making winning plays out there.
Multiple.
And against Miami and against Portland, as far as just doing the right things defensively. Offensively, I can drive, I can get a paint touch, I can create offense that way. That stuff's important. And so I think one of the things you got to appreciate about the Lakers has been what they've done as far as the habits go.
Yeah, it's been good stuff. And I think to that end, I actually want to flip ends and talk a little bit about this Laker defense. As of recording, 19th overall per clean of the glass. Not quite where you want it to be, but as we talked about before the year, if the profile of Lakers team is elite offense and the defense is just at a level, 16th, 17th, 19th, that gives them a formula to win games. Again, hanging 19th right now, still switching at a high rate, but not switching as much as they were last year, which is intriguing to me. JJ Redick leaning a little bit more into the zone has been a nice little subplot of this Lakers season. He's sprinkled in against Portland last night, or on Monday night, excuse me. And I've just enjoyed them trying to build out what they want to do on that end. We want to still have this base of early help. We want to make sure our shell is sturdy. If we're not going to be a full court pressure team, we want to make sure you don't generate paint touches at a high level at the very least. And then if we do feel like you're getting comfortable, we can throw out some change-ups. And the fact that they are willing to try different things, I think, is a positive. Because again, they do have a bit of margin for error, at least in theory, when you have this kind of execution happening on the offensive end. Again, they got points up against Portland last night, but in general, you're looking at Luka, Austin Reaves, eventually LeBron James, just three guys that can function as legitimate high-level engines offensively. So just keeping eyes on what the defense looks like, because again, if it's at a certain level, they're going to be in a good spot, in my opinion.
I think the fact that you're saying keeping eyes on it is important, because for me, it's how do they build this out throughout the regular season? It's clear they don't want to put two on the ball if they don't have to. They're just not a thing they want to do. So more comfort with drop reps is important, especially if you have DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes. Smaller lineups can switch. We see them switch and build their early help, have defenders at the boxes and at the elbows on the court to tell players, hey, the driving lanes aren't here. Big reason why they're able to come back and beat Portland. The zone curveball, I think, is a really important one. And so how many pitches can they find, I think, is the biggest thing to be able to toggle through things. I think when it comes towards, the rest of the regular season, playing some of the top teams in the West, the playoffs, you're going to have to be able to dig into your bag and say, okay, maybe this isn't working. Maybe this is our game plan. We need to be able to do this for 2 minutes to get back to what we're doing. And so I think that's what I'm monitoring with the Lakers defense. We've seen activity. Are they giving up threes? Are they keeping the ball in front? So it's just, can they kind of navigate the tough portions? That's going to be one for me. Oh, very quickly, Marcus Smart, demon. Absolute demon on defense. I don't know if people forgot how good Marcus Smart is defensively, but he's definitely shown it. On ball, off ball, his rotations, the little switches he does, that he fits right into what they do.
Yeah, just to bounce off of that, well, two things. One, as you mentioned, the Lakers just don't want to put two on the ball. They were dead last in blitz rate or two on the ball rate last year. They are once again towards the bottom of the league in that. So that portion has not changed for JJ Redick. So again, being able to find different counters without tapping that button, I think, is important for them moving forward. And to the Marcus Smart portion, he is just, and I say this complimentary, so annoying when he is healthy. Like, it's just the ball pressure. Off the ball, are you coming off of a pin down or something? No, I'm getting into your jersey. If I'm off the ball, I'm roaming. You don't really have driving lanes because of how the Lakers want to build their shell anyway. If you do happen to win a drive, I'm sliding in and taking charges. Is there a loose ball? I'm beating you to the floor. And even if I don't beat you to the floor, I am now grabbing the ball and probably bumping you too. It may be a jump ball, but you're not going to like me by the end of the night. You're not going to like me by the end of the quarter. It's just been fun watching him infuse that kind of energy into this Lakers group. And I think there were fair questions heading into the year based on what the last year and a half or 2 years have been like for Marcus Smart. Hey, what level can he hit at this point of his career? So far this year, he's been pretty darn good on that end. And so you obviously want that to sustain, but I like that you gave Marcus Smart a shout out. He deserves it, especially with what he put together last night against Portland.
It's good. I think one thing for him offensively, this is a chance for him to get downhill more, be involved more with the ball. And I think every time Marcus Smart is on one of these type teams, when he's getting paint touches, when he's getting downhill, who is he spraying the ball to? What does that open up? So if we're talking Luka Reaves come back, Marcus Smart part of the attack, using him as a screener for Luka Dončić, having Luka screen for him, that's something that he's experienced in. So I think he fits. And I guess I'll ask you this question. How do you feel about the lineup versatility for the Lakers early in the season? Because I think they've gotten a lot of contributions from people that maybe didn't get the same amount of respect they should have before the season.
It's like similar to the defense is something that I'm monitoring because like with Jared Vanderbilt in particular, for an example, love that he is one, just healthy enough to be flying around, but he is flying around defensively. He is a part of when they do get into some of these corner crashes on the offensive glass, he's mucking it up there. Defensively, can take on different matchups, can help in possessions, can help force some turnovers for you because of the way he roams, but you're still monitoring, okay, what is the off-ball offense portion of the program going to be for Vanderbilt? Like, the cuts aren't always going to be available and such. Our team's going to put centers on him, we're going to help off, we're going to be able to cut off some of these drives for the Lakers. So, like, there's that part. The guard play, I have enjoyed the musical stylings of Jalen Ravy, who I guess more so starting at this point. Just say he's putting together some good basketball right now, Steve. Just saying. But you keep an eye on the LaRavia of it all, his consistency, Dalton Connect. Is he going to knock down shots? Like, there's still a level of how stable is this for me with the second unit. But I do like that they have different options they can get to. And if they do hit that level of consistency, I'm going to feel better about it.
Understood. I agree. I think I'm intrigued by the Rui Hachimura and the DeAndre Ayton of it all. I think with DeAndre Ayton, he has a skill set as a big the Lakers have not had. And obviously he was very motivated to face the Portland Trailblazers and showcase that over and over and over again. But his ability to kind of operate in that elbow area, his ability to just kind of get the shots you need and hold up defensively. I think he's done a pretty decent job when he's on the baseline of roaming the baseline, get it? And getting some of those blocks and those rotations there. So that's been key. But yeah, I think the Lakers, we'll see how they build out their movement. You know, teams can disrupt them sometimes when they play through the elbow and try and attack that way. But a lot of potential when you have the talent they have and you're building the blocks as far as your habits pretty early in the season.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, Steve, who is the team that's top of mind for you?
Gonna shock you real quick, Nekias.
Okay.
It's gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder for me.
Yes.
They are just an absolute machine, and I feel like we should mention that. Top defense in the league, and you feel it every time you watch them because they just fly around. Do you want to drive? Someone's in your chest, and if they're not in your chest, someone in a blue jersey is nearby, causing havoc and reaching and making you not have a good time. And then I think the other part is offensively, they have found such a comfort on that end of the floor as far as being able to flow from side to side, from action to action. Not new. It's not like they weren't an offensive team, but you could just feel the confidence from OKC. I think one of those things that I laughed about was how everyone went from last year saying, hey, do the Thunder have enough experience? And now this year it's championship experience as they find their flow and go on these runs that just basically flip a game. The other thing I want to mention is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've talked about him a lot because he's playing very, very well. We know what he's doing scoring-wise. I have enjoyed his ability just to upgrade in the playmaking department a little bit. There's more of a comfort from Shai in pick and roll as far as reading the defense and understanding what's happened. You put two on the ball against him. One, that's a good development for OKC. Two, he's making those passes a lot cleaner. So if there's two men on him, he's able to kind of turn the corner, see the weak side help, you know, and pick and roll when there's help. They're going to pull over on the roller. He makes a skip pass, or he's able to find the roller. And that adds another element to his game because you can go one-on-one, you can post him up, you can do different things for him. But if he adds pick and roll attack, which they developed last year, boy, it gets tough. And I think it's rude when OKC plays zone, man.
That Pelicans game got you, huh?
Why they do that?
Yeah, I don't think they had to. Like, they have enough defenders to blow up your offense anyway. And it's just like, yeah, attack gaps. We dare you to pass the basketball. Go ahead and make that skip to the corner. We dare you. There's no one there. Oh, no, there's three people there. We're going the other way. They're just a very fun unit.
Man, they just... Next man up doesn't even work, I don't think, anymore. Everyone they go through, and Coach Marcano's talked about, you know, expanding the rotation, make sure everyone's ready. When they come in, they know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they go do it. Hadn't seen Isaiah Joe in weeks. This guy's letting it fly.
That brother came back watching the Wizards. Didn't watch it live, watched it a day or so after. It's like, oh, cool, Isaiah Joe's here, 20 points. It's like, okay. We're actually, can I just, one on your Shai point, seeing two on the ball a lot more than he did last year, by 8% rate last season, up to 13%. That's fifth among high volume pick and roll ball handlers so far. So seeing more of that coverage, that's something that popped in the season opener against Houston. It's like, oh, not only is he seeing Amen Thompson, Steven Adams is up here. Alperen Sengun is up here. And so watching him diagnose that and get more comfortable with that, to your point, has been a joy of this season. The passing feels so much better. To the OKC role players really quickly. It almost feels disrespectful to call them role players because they're just stars in their role is the more accurate way to frame it. You know, talked about AJ Mitchell last week, so not going to hang there too long, but he's been aggressive. The drives have hit. He is someone that allows, and I tweeted about this when watching the Pelicans game over the weekend, just in general, the Thunder having these players not named Shea that are comfortable initiating offense and even generating paint touches, it just makes OKC so much more difficult to deal with. Because you don't know when AJ Mitchell is just going to put his shoulder into your chest and get to the free throw line. You don't know when Cason Wallace is just going to win on a drive and generate a paint touch. And so you're scrambling to that. And then the second side of the action, the second phase of the possession, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is going to get to his spot and score or foul you, or, you know, get you to foul him, or you're going to foul him and he's going to score at the same time. Like, it's just insane that they're able to do this. And these secondary ball handlers that they have also double as good screeners. So even if you are working to the second side, it's now inverted. Now Shai's picking at matchups. If you're putting two on the ball, now it is a guard making these short roll decisions, and they just keep the chain going that way. So that part's been a lot of fun. And just to the stars in their roles in general, Cason Wallace has been all over the place. He's making an all-defense team if he stays healthy, Steve.
There it is.
It is nuts what he's been able to do to start this season. Like, on a very basic level, he's averaging 3 steals per game, which is tops in the league right now. But beyond the steals, the screen navigation remains sturdy. He's not afraid to slide in and take charges. Off the ball, he's part of the scram switch situation. He's part of dictating things on the back line when he's in the weak side corner. He'll point things out. He'll rotate early. When OKC wants to send doubles, he's flying around and adding to that attack. So he's doing all the little things. And on top of that, if you want a box score stat to support it, you got that very loudly. And so the fact that he's eclipsing 30 minutes a game right now as a recording, I don't think he's going to be in jeopardy of, like, you know, the 65 game played minimum. It's that. But in order for that game to count, it has to be at least 20 minutes. Like, I don't think he's going to be in fear of that. I think he's just going to be in if he keeps up this level of play. Again, talked about AJ Mitchell, Jalen Williams, the big. I just want more respect placed on his name. The screening, the playmaking, he is letting it fly from 3. And defensively will guard a little bit of everyone. And he's fine taking an ungodly amount of charges too. That Pelicans game was a very funny one, Steve.
See?
Zion was fed up with that, man, by the end of that game.
Yeah. See? I gave y'all a treat. I knew bringing the Thunder up would get this out of Nekias. That's what I'm talking about.
They're just a fun team, Steve. And, like, there's another level to hit. Like, Chet's going to be back.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of wild what they're putting together. Undefeated, top 10 in offense, best defense in the league, and I think they're 6th in half-court defense right now. Like, there's another level for them to hit, which is terrifying.
Very fun. Very fun. Now, can I give you a fun fact?
Sure.
They are the 3rd team in NBA history to start back-to-back seasons with a 7-0 record. The 63-65 Celtics did it, and the 93-95 Rockets did it. So there you go.
Huh. And I think they did a little bit of winning. So it seems to bode well for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay.